Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all my guys, gals, non-binary pals. I decided to go old school for a little bit because I did it last time. Wait a minute. No, we didn't. I just recorded this whole video and hit escape. And hit escape. If anyone knows how to retrieve it, maybe you can pass along the 411. For anyone who watches this and doesn't know what 411 is, ask. So, as I always say, if you're going through a crisis right now and you feel hopeless, to please dial 988. That is the suicide prevention hotline. And you are much more important than anything going on, at least on this channel and in the world. So please. Nothing really interesting happened today. I don't know why I decided to tape, but normal day. Woke up, worked a little bit. Former U.S. president convicted of 34 felony counts. Wait, was I middle one? You worked? No, I joke. So, yeah, 34 felony convictions. Donald Trump is now a convicted felon. So is my grandfather, by the way. By the way, I am straight. I just voice on this pinky thing. I don't know why. It really used to bother my mom a lot. I think that's why I do it. So, but I want to talk about some of the conservative nonsense that they say about it. And things I didn't like that the defense did. See, I'm Switzerland. No, I'm not. I can't stand Trump. Of course I wanted him to lose. But had he been found not guilty, I would have accepted it. I would have been a lot disappointed. But I would have accepted it as our system working. Because in order for our system to work, I do not have to be happy with the results. Today, I happened to be one of those days that I was happy with the results. But that is not a mandatory requirement that Ian Zev be happy with the results. What's next? Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about this trial, okay? I don't think that Trump had that bad of lawyers. I just think they had an impossible candidate and a strict judge. All this talk that Judge Merchan should have recused himself, which is just beyond stupid. In the state of New York, judges are elected. How are you elected? What do you need to be a part of? A party, a political party. It's a Democrat. So every judge in the state of New York is going to be a Democrat or a Republican. So what? Trump just keeps spinning the wheel till he gets a Republican one? Let's not be silly. He did an amazing job at keeping decorum in what was a chaotic space. And I want you to know, Judge Merchan, I respect you. One thing that Judge Merchan did not do, which I don't know if it's like a backhanded little thing, because they typically do this, but they didn't here, was he didn't lift the gag order. Trump is still held by that gag order. You think he can make it to July 11th without violating it? I don't think so. This is not a prediction. This is just I don't think so. I think he'd be violating that thing. I think he already did, actually, when he was talking bad about the trial at the press conference right now. Just think about, tell me we don't have a two-tiered system of government. We have minorities in prison for things that are legal now who have to be told when to do anything, yet Trump gets to walk out of court to a barrage of pressers. But keep telling me how it's not a two-tiered system. I want to know. What else do I got? This is a Trump Mershon, Alvin Bragg's video. So, oh yeah. During the case of this trial, I was pretty conflicted, going back and forth and back and forth, guilty, not guilty, guilty, not guilty, guilty. And then I went to my safe bet, but I thought it was even more safe, which made me even more wrong. I thought that it was going to be a hung jury because Donald Trump is the most polarizing individual in this country right now. So everyone on that jury had a preconceived notion of him. I guarantee it. Now, they attested, and I have no reason to believe their attestation was not true. And being they took 3 weeks out of their lives to perform civil duty, I thank them. But there's no way to know if, MAGA could sneak one in and the DOJ could sneak one in, which would guarantee a hung jury. That's not what happened. And I'm happy that's not what happened. But I really thought there was a chance that could happen. Dirtier things have happened. Now, so, whenever I listen to, and by listen to, I mean vomit while there's noise around, to Eric Trump or Donald Trump Jr. speaks, they make this regurgitatory comment of, and we don't even know what he's being tried for. Okay. Mishandling of classified documents. Okay. It's one charge. Why is it 34? It's a good question, actually. It's 34 because every action taken in furtherance of it, thus Michael Cohen getting the money, Trump signing the check, grabbing the story to catch and kill, although that's not illegal. If it's involved in a criminal enterprise, it can become one. Catch and kill, I should define that. Catch and kill is when there is a story out there which will make somebody look very bad. So if the person is of wealth, like Donald Trump, goes to his friend Michael Pecker, who at that point was running the Inquirer, and paid him money to buy the story. This is the Karen McDougal story, not the Stormy Daniels story. To buy the story from Karen McDougal and just kill it, never publish it, and now you own 100% of the rights to it. Happened a lot during FDR when there were certain photos of him in the wheelchair people didn't want to see. They would the Roosevelt administration would figuratively, of course, catch the bait and kill it so the public wouldn't get to it. Nobody knew about FDR's philandering while it was happening, or JFK's, because there was more of a media politician agreement. Now, when this was all over, I was watching, these conservatives saying all their conservative stuff. And one of them just said, I love it when they say this. And Tucker Carlson actually said this once too. Trump is being treated worse than any other president ever. How about the 4 that were shot in the head? I kind of think they might have had it a little worse. Maybe not. Maybe, they got shot in the head, went up. I mean, I don't know if JFK would want to deal with virgins, but the other guys might have been down because they grew up in a time of sexual oppression. So who knows? But JFK definitely was like 72 girls who don't know what they're doing. Hey, where's Marilyn? So, I digress. It's late. So my prediction was it was either going to be an acquittal or a hung jury. I was leaning towards a hung jury just because I think that both sides snuck in someone. But they weren't able to, which is one thing I just want to talk about, why the jury system is so brilliant. It's the only system where membership is chosen by deselection as opposed to selection. What do you mean by that? I mean, as an attorney, I get to say I don't want that person on the jury. What I don't get to say is I want that person on the jury. I have a certain amount of what's called strikes, where I could eliminate anyone for anything as long as it's not race, religion, gender. And for that, I can let anyone go. And I don't have to give a reason. Don't have to give a reason. And then I have many other ones where if I give a good enough reason, which judges typically try to be compassionate about that unless they know you're messing with them. So this is the jury that got deselected by both groups. Interesting times we're living in, interesting times. I remember, and I don't know how I have these memories, being in the second grade, Mrs. Bassick, not a nice lady. I asked her, could the president be president from jail? And she called me an idiot for asking such a dumb question. Bassick. Because look, looks like it's going to happen. Well, no, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's closer today than it was when I woke up this morning. You know, people have run for president from jail before. Eugene Debs, communist, that would have been 44, I think. So there's precedent for running for president from prison. There's no precedent in serving the office from prison. Now, I'm hearing people say, well, this is no big deal. He's just going to appeal it. Just pardon himself on his first day. This involves two assumptions, and one is automatically wrong. The first one is he's going to win. That's the one I would like to say is automatically wrong, but it's not automatically wrong. It's possible. I think he's going to lose by a great deal. But could he win? Of course. So, what was the second part? Oh, you got so late. Okay, so I'll make two guarantees to you. Let me look at my notes here. The pre-sentencing. Well, I lost that one. If anyone wants to put something in the comments with the timestamp on it where my head was at the time. Okay, so my prediction. Oh, yeah, my predictions. It's really like up to 4-ish. First one is Trump wins cleanly. Congratulations. Second one, Biden wins cleanly. Congratulations. Third one, also known as the fictional one, RFK Jr. becomes president. Congratulations. However, out of all of these, there's one guarantee I have, because those were all maybes. I guarantee you that on election night, Trump will declare victory. Whether or not he's won anything will be completely irrelevant, but he will declare victory. So let me know in the notes, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'm really going to go back to trying to build this up. I was in a dark place for a little while. I think I could use a community here to talk about it, but now's not the time. I want you all to know I love you. I really do. I've converted back into that I love everybody guy. And yeah, that's all the news that's fit to print. One love.